I think steroids are as American as apple pie.
Bang it! You're watching Muscle Sport Magazine.
Okay, what's going on, guys? My training video on triceps is done. It's not put together yet. It's sitting because what's taking me so long is my father he's dying. He's been in intensive care for a while in ICU. It's a long story. I'm not going to get into it. Why? What's wrong with him? But I mean, he's going to be 88. Well, he's just shy of 88, and he's passing away right now as we speak. So I don't want any sympathy. It's for me. Superman is dying. All right, and right now I don't have time to put together the training video. It's all done. It's all in pieces and it's ready to be put together, but I just don't have the time. All right. So you're gonna have to just wait a little bit longer. I'm just giving you this other video just to. I made it already. There's a rant coming after this story. Just a bunch of stuff about old Gold's Gym. You're gonna find it interesting. I did it a little while ago, but I have to get through this. All right. So I have to take care of first things first at home. He's not dead yet, but he's not in good shape. All right, he's been in the hospital for a while now, but anyway, he's at the end, and I don't know if you ever saw if any of you ever watched SpongeBob, but there was an episode where SpongeBob and Patrick were watching television. They were watching Superman, and they wanted to go see him in person. Like, oh my God, let's go out to California and find Superman. And they went to an old age home, and there he was. He was old and he was decrepit, and they were like freaking out, like, no, you can't be Superman, please, and here he was, an old man with the cape and everything, and I'm just telling you, that's the way it is for me, because growing up, my father was always there for me, always stuck up for me, fought the high school football coach for me, went after my 5th grade school teacher who hit me for me. He was a rugged guy, and he's the reason why I never drank or smoked. For most of you people don't know me, I know you all think I'm fucking nuts, and I am to an extent, but I've never in my life tasted beer or wine, and I'm Italian, and I never drank wine in my life. My father never drank wine. My father was training for a decathlon when he was young, okay, but then he had to take care of his family, so he was a phenomenal athlete. And he always instilled in me, drinking's for losers. So I never drank. I'm just letting you know. If you drink, that's your business. My girlfriend, she'll have a drink. My sister will have a drink. But I don't drink. Okay? I don't drink. I don't smoke. I never smoked weed in my life. I don't say anybody smokes that shit. I don't smoke cigarettes. I never drank even coffee or tea. I take caffeine pills, but whatever. But I never even tasted coffee or tea. So I'm a unique individual. But I owe it to my father. It has nothing to do with bodybuilding. It has to do with my father. But anyway, so I, right now my father is, he's in a coma and he's not going to make it. We already know he's not going to make it. So it's a matter of time. So anyway, I'm not looking for you guys to write all these thank you. I can't respond to the comments right now, okay? So if you leave me a comment, even a really nice comment, I'll see it. I'll thank you right now for it, but I don't want, don't feel you have to leave a comment about that, okay? You can leave a comment about the story that I'm going to tell you. I'm one of those guys that some people need somebody to talk to. I'm the opposite. I'm with my family, which is the most important thing to me. But I get a little withdrawn. I need to be within me. I don't need people knowing, like, well, I'm here for you. I appreciate it, but I'm okay. It's the way I deal with things, okay? My mother passed away a long time ago, but now it looks like my father is going to be joining her, and it's killing me because I'm watching Superman pass away. And for me, he's Superman. Okay, he's my hero growing up. He's the reason why I am the way I am, even though he's nothing like me, personality-wise, and the way I talk shit and everything. But he was the best father you can have. So bear with me. You will get your training shit. The whole tricep is done. Everything is done. All the shit I needed to do was done for that. It's got to be put together, and I just don't have time for it at the moment. Bear with me, all right? I'm doing this shit, heavy-hearted. So I'm with my family every day. I'm with my father every day, all right? And I know that, when he goes, I mean, we're all here for him. I know that's the most important thing, all right? So right now, my YouTube videos, if some of you guys are pissed and you're fucking unsubscribing, hey, what can I tell you? You know what I mean? You're going to miss out on some good stuff coming. But right now, come on. My family, my father comes first. He was my hero. He'll always be my hero. All right? Enjoy the video you're about to see. It's about my old days in Gold's Gym. Trust me, you're going to like it. Okay? It's good. I was actually going to put it together with some other training stuff. But, all right? Watch it. You got the training videos coming. All right, guys. Thanks for your support. I appreciate this. All right? Always remember your family comes first. You guys, be good to your girls. No cheating. Do the right thing by your kids and do the right thing by your parents, because you never know when the last time you're going to see somebody is, okay? All right. Gregg Valentino. Enjoy. All right? Alright, I just wanted to tell you a few things, back in my days in Gold's Gym. I was in Gold's Gym a lot. I was the real Gold's Gym back in the day. I went out there in 1980, I was out there in 81. I stayed out there for a while. I stayed out there for a whole year, 82. But I remember the first time I went to World's Gym. Yeah, and I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger in there. And it was like 4:30 in the morning, 4:45. He was doing cable rolls, and I was a 20-year-old bodybuilder and stuff, and I remember going over to him, and I was all like, happy and shit, and he told me, don't get so emotional, because I was like, oh my God, Arnold, holy God, oh, Arnold, I was like bugging out, and he told me, don't get so emotional. But anyway, hey, I used to watch him work out. I didn't want to bother him and stuff, but now I know him, but back then, anyway, so, he would be training. I seen Franco in the gym. I used to see him in the gym. He's a fucking, like I said, he's a Momo. But when I used to work out in World's Gym, Berto Fox was in there a lot. Sometimes he's a moody motherfucker. Wasn't crazy about him. But Joe Gold used to break my balls all the time. He used to call me the man with the New York tan. That's what he used to say when he would see me. And what he meant was I was pale fucking white. I was pale white because I was from New York. I got out there and it was winter time when I first got out. I stayed for a year, right? But I was pale white. He used to break my nuts all the time. Every time he see me in the gym, because I was so fucking happy to be there. I trained at Gold's mostly, but I did train at World's Gym a lot too. What I liked about World's Gym was they don't play music. You know what I'm saying? It was upstairs and there was a garage downstairs, but they didn't play music, and I liked that. I know that sounds nuts. A lot of you people are like, what? You know what I mean? But I don't like music. I actually listen to sports radio when I work out at home, or whatever. Even when I own the gyms, I used to turn off all the music at the night because I train at night. And anyway, so they didn't play music, and he used to break my fucking balls all the time, all the fucking time, but it was great. I used to train outside. I would try to get some sun then, so I would train outside on the balcony at World's Gym, but I mostly trained at Gold's, and I would go to Gold's, and I bought a tanning package, and I remember I used to tan, and those fucking bulbs, man, they were like laying underneath a fluorescent bulb. I could never get fucking tan, ever. I remember one time I stayed in there a double session. I still fucking came out I wasn't tan. You know, I went over to Joe Gold. He's like, you ain't tan at all. You know, he's fucking still got that New York tan. But Andreas Cowling, I guess I was bothering him because I was in a tanning salon. He wanted to get in it. And he would be knocking on the door. You almost done in there? You know, with that fucking voice he has and shit. You know? And I was getting mad. You know, I'd be like, shut the fuck up. I used to yell, fuck you! Get the fuck, go to another bed! You know, I would freak out. But, in a Generation Iron film, I talk about how I was dating some Mexican chick and fucking Barbarian Brothers. They were maniacs. And one of them was throwing up and shit like that. And she fucking, you know, they would throw up right on the fucking gym floor. They would drink that Carib milk. Dude, you gotta hear that story. But you gotta go to Generation. I'm not gonna tell it here because it's not fair. You know what I mean? It's not fair to them. I did that film already, so you gotta watch it. But I tell that story. I tell a story of Mike Christian, you know, fighting one of the Barbarian Brothers. Bro, you don't know. That was dude, Mike Christian was a bad dude. You don't fuck with that guy. He was nicest fucking guy in the world. Nice fucking guy. Good guy. Good fucking guy. But if he gets pissed off, bro, he'll fucking knock your fucking teeth down your throat. Charles Glass could fight too, bro. That's of what I know. I never saw him fight, but Christian, yes. But I'm just telling you right now. You know, you have no fucking idea. Mike Matarazzo in there. God, I'll tell you a quick story. Mike Matarazzo and I were talking, right? This was like in 92, maybe. And Mike Matarazzo and I were in there talking. And this fucking guy kept walking by like this. And Matarazzo was leaning, just finished doing biceps, was leaning on a barbell rack. And he looks at the guy looks at him, and like, you know, the guy was trying to impress him, like walking all by like this, right? So Matarazzo looks at the guy, and the guy's like, you know. So Matarazzo looks at me and does the like fucking suck dick, you know, fucking jerk off, you know what I mean? And the guy turns and looks at him, and Matarazzo's like, you got a problem? And steps at him like this, and the fucking guy ran, dude, ran like a motherfucker. You know why? Because about a week... I'm coming, hold on. About a week or two before, Mike Matarazzo fucking knocked out two guys in a fucking alley there and left one in a dumpster. Okay? Trust me, the cops came in there. Mike Matarazzo was a bad fucking dude. You don't fuck with him. This fucking guy was walking by, and every time he go like this, you know, he was like, he thought he was big, he was sitting there, and Mike Matarazzo was like, you fucking jerk off, you know, and he would look at and you know, he did the fucking blowjob sign, Matarazzo. Like, yeah, fucking suck my dick. And the guy looked at him, and that's when he said, you gotta fucking like this, and fucking guy ran. We were laughing, because guys, you know, guys try to walk around like they impress you. You know what I mean? I was in it with Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson, a baseball player. Him and I did shoulders together. Come on.
Shut the fuck up!
And every time a girl would walk by, he would fucking stop in the middle of doing shoulders and fucking say something. Oh, nice ass. Ooh, ooh, shit. And I told him, dude, don't do that when you're with me. Because you're embarrassing me, and I'll make him think that I'm part of that shit. I mean, it was fucking crazy. Now, I got a lot of stories about Gold's Gym, World's Gym, but I tell some of them in a Generation Iron thing, and I don't want to tell them here because, you know, I feel like then I'd be cheapening what I did for Generation Iron. So you got to watch the Generation Iron special for some of my stories, you know, about the Gold's Gym. I can tell you, I used to walk to the gym. And one time I was walking, and it was a fucking bunch of pigeons, you know, birds, eating on the sidewalk, right? And it was a balcony of, like, apartments and everything. And it was one of the Barbarian Brothers. As I got closer, I saw it. He threw up over the side of the balcony, and it was all fucking birds were eating it. It was fucking disgusting, bro. It was fucking disgusting. I used to walk to that gym all the time, you know. Mike Christian used to work. He used to live in a fucking motel. He used to live like a caretaker for a motel. All right, he used to live in like the maid's quarters, him and some girl. Matter of fact, I remember him giving me the book. Like, yo, this is a good book, bro. It just came out. And it was the Underground Steroid Handbook. Right? He gave it to me. And, you know, Mike Zumpano wrote it with Dan Duchesne. People don't realize that. It wasn't just Dan Duchesne by himself. It was Mike Zumpano, okay? Who went on, I think, you know, Unipro, whatever the fuck he would, but whatever. But, I used to go out there and I used to walk to the gym every day, every fucking day. One time I was walking on the sidewalk, I'll never forget, and I see a cloud, a big fucking cloud over my head. It just got dark. And I look, and it was a swarm of bees on the side of a house. And it was swarming up right, literally above me. And I shit my fucking pants. I never saw anything like this. I tell everybody a story. I was looking down. You know, you're walking on the sidewalk. I was looking down. And I just noticed it got dark all of a sudden. But it was light everywhere else. And I hear this noise. I thought it was guys working on the side of a house. Like, you know, excuse me, like a fucking, you know, saw. You know, but it was bees. It was fucking bees. It could have been killer bees. I don't know. You know what I mean? All I know is I got the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't run because I was afraid to trigger off a response. But I started walking fucking fast. They didn't follow me, but it was hovering. They were all over. There was a tree and a fucking and a house, and all on the side. It was a huge swarm on the side of a house, and they were on that tree too. It's fucking crazy. Anyway, so you know, I used to get to the gym. And, you know, I mean, I would see Lyle Alzado there, and, you know, the Barbarian Brothers were there every day. They'd be fucking, you know, they'd be putting on whole scenes and shit, you know, going crazy, fucking smacking each other in the face, working out. It was a fucking great time, man. It was a great time. I saw fucking Tim Belknap get his ass kicked because he smacked his girlfriend, and some big powerlifter came over and knocked him out. It was all kinds of stuff, bro. It was all kinds of crazy. Now, a lot of the stuff I tell you in fucking, you know, I tell you this in a Generation Iron film. I give you full-fledged stories. I don't want to do too much in here because then it's not fair, you know, to the Generation Iron who, you know, they pay me to do that shit, you know what I mean? And I come here and I start giving them all to you. I know you guys want to hear that shit, but it's not fair to them. So I could just tell you that the days of me out in Los Angeles, you know, this is when Gold's Gym was the Mecca. This is when everybody trained there. This is when it was, bodybuilding was at its innocence, you know. Lou Ferrigno, you know, was a fucking asshole, but he looked like a basketball player there. You know what I mean? He was skinny as a rail. And then I saw him 3 months later. I flew back to New York. He did a little thing at the Night of Champions. That's when he did the movie Sinbad. And he had the beard. Right? He came out the Night of Champions, took his shirt off and posed. I was like, holy fuck, he gained 75 pounds in 3 months. Wink, wink, wink. We know why he gained 75 pounds in 3 months. He's a fucko. Anyway. 3 months, 75 fucking pounds. Dude, lean though. Lean, shredded 75 pounds. Wasn't like a fatty 75 pounds. In 3 months. Look that shit up, motherfuckers. I don't know, it was like 82, 83. I can't remember what year that was. But it was, look up when he did the movie Sinbad. And he was probably somewhere online. There's probably pictures and shit where he, you know, took off his shirt at the Night of the Champions. 3 months later. Anyway, you know, I used to hang out a little bit with Mike Christian. He was a good guy. I liked Mike Christian. You know, the Barbarian Brothers used to break my fucking balls. I was so hungry, dude. I didn't have a lot of money out there. You know, I was like hungry all the time. And I remember the one Barbarian brother was talking to a chick. And these guys were raw, bro. They were raw. You know, and he threw a fart. And it fucking smelled like bacon. Like fucking bacon. So I went over there. I was like, wow, you know what's funny? That's the only time I could ever tell you I smelled somebody's fart, and it smelled good, bro. I was like, wow, is there any eggs with that shit? You know what I mean? Any home fries? But, no, seriously, I swear to God, it smelled like bacon. And, you know, when you're starving and shit like that, it actually made me hungry. I know that sounds fucked up, but the Barbarian's fart actually made me hungry. He would stand there and pick his fucking nose with his pinky and talking to a chick, you know? The chicks were hot out there, bro. You know? I used to see Lisa Lyons out there. She'd be out there and and the Barbarian Brothers used to make me laugh. She'd be out there laying on a bench. She'd have her little shorts on, and you could see her she'd have no underwear on. And you could see her little mush pot sticking out sometimes, you know? And the fucking Barbarian Brothers would be like, Tweety Bird! You know, he'd be like making jokes and shit, bro. I'm telling you, it was a fucking animal house. It was an animal house. Lyle Alzado would come in, he'd start fucking fighting with the Barbarian, but arguing with them. They were friends, but they had a party at his fucking house while he was away. He let them stay at his house. They wrecked his house. So he came there to kick their fucking asses. And Gronkowski and all them threw the Barbarian Brothers out of the gym because they didn't want no trouble. You know what I mean? They said, you gotta take a hiatus. You know, take like 2 months off. Go train at Worlds or something. But you can't be here because, you know, you fucked up, you know. Dude, it was a fucking madhouse. It was a madhouse, you know. It was a days... It made me who I am today, you know, and in bodybuilding has shaped, you know, who I am, and I have a history, bro. These guys can fucking sit and talk. I've been in the gym with fucking Schwarzenegger, okay? I've been in the gym with Schwarzenegger, you know, from a long time. You know, I'm just telling you, I know my shit. You know, when Rick Dreesen starts talking about all the old school days, I know all that shit. I was there, you know. I was poor, bro. That's why that fart fucking made me hungry. But I'm just telling you, you know, I got a million stories. I tell them on the Generation Iron film. I tell some of the stories on there. You know, I'll tell more as time goes on. I just don't want to cheapen that film. But I got to tell you, you had to be there, Gold's Gym. It's not the same now. It's commercial. You know what I mean? And they rebuilt it and it's all fucking, you know, it's not the same, bro. I was there when it was the fucking good. You know, I saw fucking Mike Mentzer's friend knock out Julian Blumhart, was a IFBB official, knocked him in Gold's Gym. He punched him in the mouth, where he split the fucking, like somebody took a scissors and split it up his lip. He went through the wall. Went through the fucking sheetrock wall. You know what I mean? You ever see that famous picture where everybody's sitting outside Gold's Gym? Well, they took a bunch of them. I'm in one. Yeah, I think you can go on my Instagram. My girlfriend runs my Instagram, guys, by the way. But, there's a picture. I'm right in the front, but I was there with Bob Paris and all those guys. I've been in a few of those pictures. It was on the wall at Ed Connor's in his. You could ask him in his office. But anyway, at that fucking thing, you don't know the shit that was going on that day when that picture was taken. There were fights. There was all kinds of fucking shit going on. You know, Casey Viator. You know, it was fucking crazy, bro. It was crazy. Anyway, we'll get into more of that another time. But I just want you to know. This is Gregg Valentino telling you, go to Muscle Sport Mag, do my fucking training away. I tell you, stop fucking around. I'm coming to you with fucking experience, okay? I'm not one of these other fucking momos, alright? Stop fucking around. I'll talk to you guys. Hey, fucking subscribe, bro. You want more of this shit? Subscribe. It makes me feel like I gotta do it. Otherwise, I'm a lazy motherfucker. I'm a fucking momo too, bro. We're all momos. But if you're a fucko, that's not good, alright? And be good to your girl. Take your fucking girl. Stop cheating. No cheating. I don't like cheating motherfuckers. Alright.